Beginning on the Solemnity of the Immaculate Conception of Mary on December 8th, 2015, until the Feast of Christ the King, the feast we're celebrating today, the next year on November 20th, 2016, Pope Francis called for an extraordinary year of Jubilee, concentrating on mercy. In the papal decree called Misericordiae Vultus, Pope Francis begins his reflections writing this: Jesus Christ is the face of the Father's mercy. These words might well sum up the mystery of the Christian faith. Mercy has become living and visible in Jesus of Nazareth, reaching its culmination in Him. The Pope continues writing, "We need constantly to contemplate the mystery of mercy. It is a wellspring of joy, serenity, and peace. Our salvation depends on it. Mercy, the Word, reveals the very mystery of the Most Holy Trinity. Mercy, the ultimate and supreme act by which God comes to meet us. Mercy, the fundamental law that dwells in the heart of every person who looks sincerely into the eyes of his brothers and sisters on the path of life. Mercy, the bridge that connects God and man, opening our hearts to the hope of being loved forever despite our sinfulness." On this last Sunday of Ordinary Time, before we begin a new liturgical year next week, the first thing that the Church asks us to reflect on is mercy. We end our year reflecting on mercy. And what a dramatic way the Church invites us to this reflection, with the Gospel according to Matthew chapter 25, verses 31 through 46. From this Gospel, we Christians have what we call the corporal works of mercy. Exactly what St. Matthew says Jesus will challenge us on at the second coming. St. Matthew says that our entire salvation will be dependent on how merciful we have been. In a particular way, by how we have cared for others when they are most in need. The hungry, the thirsty, those who are in need of shelter or clothing, the sick, and those who are in prison. This gospel is not concerned about the whys. The Jesus of St. Matthew does not give us parameters by which we should manage mercy. Simply and clearly, we are told that we are to care for those who are in need. This gospel today is coupled with the beautiful imagery of the prophet Ezekiel in chapter 34. Ezekiel says God is the eternal good shepherd who cares for his flock. No matter what happens to each sheep, God cares for each one, carefully and individually. He says, "The lost I will seek out, the strayed I will bring back, the injured I will bind up, the sick I will heal." Thus, with this example of God, we too are called to care for the flock of God. Only 2 years after Pope Francis was elected as Pope of the Universal Roman Catholic Church, he called for an extraordinary year of Jubilee, concentrating on mercy. It seems to me that this act alone is one of the most defining acts of the papacy of Pope Francis. And what a wonderful thing that is, for all of us to be reminded yet again to be merciful.